I'm telling you, there's 29 million people who have seen my channel, and I'll tell you what, man, there's something that draws them back, and it's seeing these crazy insects doing what they do every day.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Hornet King channel, and thank you so much for tuning in to check out this video. I was approached back in December 2019 to do an interview with two different production companies because they wanted to learn more about my removal processes and how I turned that into the Hornet King channel and the production that I have here on YouTube. So I decided to splice these two interviews together to make one good cohesive video. So here's a video, guys, check it out.
Yo, what's going on, man?
Brad.
There he is. What's happening?
Wow, your lighting, this is the best Skype lighting I have ever seen anybody do in my entire life.
You're hired.
That is amazing.
Awesome.
I love that. And you do that in your videos too, right? With
Yeah.
Like, with that little red light behind you?
Yeah, sometimes it's red, blue, whoever. Yeah.
Awesome.
Switch it up sometimes.
And do you have like a panel light in front of you, like a big
I have
light or something?
I have one of those circle lights here, and then I have a red light here, kind of orange, just to kind of put a little color on, and then I'm backlit with a nice white, bright white light. So that way you get this little line on me.
Do you have a background in filmmaking, or like you
A lot of
YouTube
research.
and stuff?
Just a lot of research. Yeah, just trying to better my production. You know, when I started out, it was just a phone, and shooting myself, you don't get those nice colors and things. So I just did a lot of research, putting lights in different areas and see what looks good, and so yeah.
But you picked it up really well. A lot of people can't figure it out that fast. So I guess you switched from nursing to hornet nest removal.
Oh yeah, dude. It was masonry and construction, and then nursing, and now making videos. So just whatever pays the bills, man. Whatever keeps Wells Fargo happy.
Yeah.
So hi, I'm Brett Davis. I am AKA the Hornet King YouTube content creator. People call me to remove massive nests out of their house, on their property, around their property, from their neighbor's property. And then I remove the nest while filming it and getting awesome shots. And then I bring that home, edit it down, and then put it onto my YouTube channel.
I think your story is so unique, how you came from a nursing background and then transitioned to this. So if you could just kind of, in a few sentences, just tell me kind of how you got into this.
Okay.
I think it's incredibly interesting.
I've been a nurse for about 8 years, and I had a nest here at my house, a wasp nest, and I was very intrigued by them. I had a phobia, a great fear of wasps ever since I was a kid. I had a bad experience as a kid, but still intrigued by them, did a lot of study about them, and I just wanted to see what they look like up close. So I bought a bee suit, put the thing on, got really close, was taking videos and posting them to Facebook. People were showing a lot of interest in it, encouraging me to put it on YouTube. So I started making and developing the Hornet King persona for the sake of YouTube. And even though it wasn't overnight, it felt like overnight. Started in November, and by January, I had 2 videos went viral, and the rest is history. So how I got into this business of doing wasp nest removals, I was asked by a nurse friend of mine, a colleague, to come and remove a nest for her. So even though I'm doing a removal, I bring my camera along and I film the process, so that way I can have a video to edit later to post onto YouTube to show that experience and show that content. So I only take care of wasps for a living. I don't do bees, I don't do snakes, I don't do rodents. I solely do wasps, and wasp being the family name, and then subspecies underneath of that are hornets and yellow jackets, mud daubers, cicada killers, etc. So the Hornet King channel, the interest that I had in my removal process is kind of what's been stemming into my production as far as doing the removal of videos. So it portrays the excitement because I'm excited doing it.
Explaining to me your YouTube channel and like the content that you make with it, you know what I mean? Like what makes it good? Why do you think people want to watch it? You know what I mean? Like what do you have? You have like a secret weapon.
So the Hornet King videos have kind of happened to me more so than me creating them. I created content that I was super interested in, and by making educational and portraying wasps in a light that's maybe not as common. I try to break down that stigma that wasps are just a-holes with wings. So they are beneficial to the ecosystem. So I try to convey that in my videos, and I'd like to do more educational, as opposed to a lot of other content creators out there that are exterminators. And what they do is they go in and they spray the nest, or they dust the nest, or they destroy it, they blow it up, they burn it. And when my commenter suggests that, I say, not on this channel. I do solely good removals or relocations to either preserve life or to remove it in a way that's humane and maintain that integrity. So.
Okay, perfect. I love that. You said that extremely well. I love
thank
that.
you.
That was perfect. I have 2 more questions.
Keep stroking my ego. I like that.
I know the question from the network was like, do you ever find yourself doing a lot of high-risk removals? But I feel like yours are always
they're always high risk. So what I do is high risk. There is absolutely, I do not advocate for anybody just jumping in and trying to do this on their own. And I try to convey that in my YouTube videos. Every time I go into removal, I prepare to be stung. I prepare to be swarmed. I try to be as careful as I can with my suit and safeguard against being stung, but they always seem to find a way in. There's really no 100% safeguard. So I just go into it with the mentality that this removal I might get stung. If I get stung, I deal with that as it comes.
Why do they call you from so far?
Should I just add that in, or are you actually asking me?
and it's cool. This could be like this could be very conversational too.
Okay.
Like, you know, so you can just be talking to me. Why do they call you from so far?
Okay. So the season for wasp nests where I live in Pennsylvania, it's about from like mid-April till the end of November. I have had calls in the dead of winter where wasps are coming through people's drywall, and I've had to come out and remove some pretty crazy nests from inside people's house and while it's snowing outside. However, throughout the United States, I have people commenting all the time saying that they have nests in Florida and things that I should come down and remove. So it's been something I've been considering going further outside of state, even though I service Maryland, PA, Delaware, and a little bit of New Jersey.
How bad can these problems get? I've seen it on your YouTube.
Right.
And, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. And so one of the craziest removals I ever had to do was a European hornet nest that was inside of a tree. I bumped the nest, and just a slew came out of the tree, and they were swarming me like crazy. And one in particular shot venom into my eye, and which isn't a huge deal. It's just a normal enzyme peptide combination of venom. So it just more burns when it's on soft tissue like your eye, as opposed to being stung and injected into your skin. However, it's really unnerving when something that's 2 inches long shoots that kind of venom into your eye, and you have to continue to keep doing the job, doing the removal, and then, especially at that point in the removal when, the nest isn't completely removed. So I just sucked it up, got in there, removed the nest, and took care of the issue for the customer.
Did you say you have some in there that you could show the camera?
Sure. Well, what I have are bald-faced hornets. I don't really have the ones I pull out of people's walls, but I have ones like this.
Okay. So explain that to me.
Okay. So one of the kinds of nests that I remove are bald-faced hornets nests, which are actually an aerial nest building yellow jacket. And they can get really big, conical shaped, and they usually last about a single season.
Tell me about this. It's like the dream is I pulled this out from underneath a baby's crib.
Well, unfortunately, these ones were from outside. So I wish I had one that was one I pulled out of a wall, but no, I don't really have any of those. It's because they rot.
You can say to me, I've pulled these things out from, things like this.
There you go.
Or
Okay.
just talking about it in general.
Gotcha. So I've pulled nests like this even out of people's walls, out of nursery walls, ceilings, attics, basements, even out of the floor. I've pulled some of these nests out, which you can see that this one can even be absolutely humongous.
How dangerous can something like this get in somebody's home?
Just having a nest like this in your house is super dangerous. If they break through the drywall or the plaster or the paneling and they start influxing into the bedroom, into the living room, then you're talking about tons and tons of wasps flying around in your living space. And that's where most of my clients, they have most of their problems. So they're calling me out as an emergency situation because they have wasps flying around them or around their house. All right.
Do you have these in... it almost reminds me of when people have like a taxidermied moose on the wall or something.
Let me
It's
tell you
almost
something,
like
man.
Trophies, right?
The biggest nest that I have is about this big. I mean, you can't even see my hands. That's how big it is. I mean, it's like that one, only it's a lot bigger. But I didn't think it would fit on the screen. But yeah, I mean, I have probably 20 nests maybe here. But so I only keep the interesting ones because sometimes I sell them in the wintertime on eBay. So they go for
Are they valuable?
$250 a pop usually. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty
and
nuts.
It's just as like an art piece.
Yeah, some people hang them up. Some people like make like mini museums and have the different species or whatever. So I have different species here, but
cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I would want to hear you describe like, okay, so I get the call, I'll see how far it is, I'll hop in my truck and I'll head out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I need a call-in backup.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Gotcha. There's no backup, man. It's just me. So with this removal process, I am it. I am the person removing. I'm the exterminator or relocator. Plus, I take the videos myself. I'm the editor. I'm the audio technician. I'm all of that all in one. Other than maybe one or two times where I've had customers help me along with the actual removal process. But it's a one-man band, sole venture.
What can happen if you make a mistake? And
I don't make mistakes.
Kind of like...
Theoretically, sure. Yeah, let's go theoretically.
Well, hold on. Okay, I want to know, the worst case scenario, that could happen on a job.
But hypothetically, if I were to make a mistake doing this type of removal, is what can happen is I can get inundated with wasps either into my suit. Say I forget to seal my hood on, or I forget to put my gloves on right or something, and I can get stung. If I forget to close the door into another room, they can go swarming into someone else, throughout the house. They can sting the client. Or if I'm cutting into a wall, I can hit electrical lines and zap myself. I don't know if you want to hear that, but I test for all this stuff, so it's hard for me to say hypothetically.
Right. What's the
But I'm sure it could be dramatized easily. But
yeah.
Oh my God, there's wasps everywhere.
Well, no, it's like you've watched TV. It's like when
right.
you're, as you can imagine the camera following you into the room,
right?
And as you're listening to the wall, it's like, oh my God, this might be the biggest one I've
right.
ever encountered.
Right.
We cut to commercial.
Yeah. Right.
That sort of
Yeah. Yeah. I actually kind of did that on my last video. I had a reveal for my 100,000 subscriber play button, and I mocked putting my ear to the wall, like, oh my God, this is the biggest thing I've ever done in my life. And I was talking about numbers, because like the numbers of subscribers, So
right.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Sure. So let's see. Can you explain to me the single worst removal or the largest removal you've ever done?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So the largest removal I've ever done, let me go back. So the largest removal I've ever done, or let me think here. The largest nest I've ever done, sorry.
You can absolutely curse.
Okay. I don't usually.
Cursing sailor.
Never.
The idea is I want you to come across as like this character not to miss. Who
Gotcha.
Does this, you know what
Gotcha.
I mean? Because you have this awesome personality. like let it show.
Yeah.
If you're to say like I saw this thing and I said holy.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta get the fuck out of here. Yeah. That's even better.
Yeah. Most of my cursing comes out when I'm shooting my videos, because I do like take after take after take, and I just keep saying stuff till I have something I can put together. So just bear with me. Now I forget the question. So the largest removal was a humongous yellow jacket nest. It was in the ceiling of a garage. It was actually the floor of a nursery, and the nursery was getting inundated with wasps flying in the baby's room, around the crib, and I cut this thing out of the ceiling, and unbeknownst to me, this thing had been there for at least 2 years. It was absolutely humongous. There were wasps flying all over me. They were landing on my suit. They were trying to sting me, and I'm just pulling out this absolutely humongous nest.
Awesome. So how did you do it? How did you pull out the nest?
So I reach up into these cavities where I can usually barely see, that are kind of dark, and I reach my hands up inside and I just grab what I can and pull it down. There is nothing creepier than sticking your hands where you cannot see and grabbing a nest full of stinging wasps who just can absolutely kill you in less than a minute.
Can they?
Oh yeah. They can sting you over and over again. Some of these nests I pull out have about 2,000 adults inside of it. So Yeah.
So tell me about that. Tell me about how powerful or potent wasps in general can be.
Wasps can be extremely dangerous in general. Even just 5 of them can be super dangerous. But I'm going and pulling out nests that are over thousands. There's a count of thousands of wasps in these nests. And what can happen is they can sting you over and over and over. If they latch on and sting you, they can keep stinging over and over. So wasp venom contains peptides, enzymes, norepinephrine, and that's stuff that can cause people to go into anaphylactic shock if they sustain too many stings at one time.
I want to get into how important they are to the ecosystem also.
So though I have to remove these nests that can be absolutely dangerous and detrimental to people being in their houses, in their schools, wherever, the caveat being they are living creatures, and I do try to remove them either as humanely as possible, or in some cases I relocate them to other places because they are super beneficial to the ecosystem. They pollinate flowers just like honeybees, and they also predate other types of insects that can be detrimental to crops, that can be detrimental to flowers, plants, and even people. They, if you hate mosquitoes, you hate flies, you hate aphids, you hate Japanese beetles, you love wasps.
Mm-hmm. What would happen if they're let to just multiply as they see fit in whatever structure they see fit?
Mm-hmm. So if these nests are left alone, especially in people's houses, they can wreak havoc inside the wall space, in the ceilings, in the basements, wherever, and they will find a way into the living space. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So if I don't show up to remove these nests for clients, these things are going to make their way into the rooms of the living space where these clients are. They'll get stung, they'll get inundated, and these nests will be even bigger inside the walls.
Yeah, that makes sense. And tell me a little bit about the competition, like on YouTube. And I don't want to mention I have YouTube competitors or whatever, but more so they're things that I put up on my website. You could say other.
Well, I do know other. I mean, I could always say it where I'm not saying I'm not saying that they have another channel. It's not their channel that bothers me. I mean, they are copying off me, but it's what they're teaching in their channel. It's just there's a lot of misconceptions. There's a lot of false facts, as you say, and it's just a way that they go about doing it. They burn nests, or they try to destroy them in a way that's like adulterating the colony, or things like that. That can be a little bit annoying to see other people do.
Is there anything else that you'd want to show me in the space you're in, any tools that you have or anything that would be visual? I mean, you already showed me an awesome nest and
put my hood on.
What's that?
I put my hood on. Now, I mean, the only thing I use is a vacuum. That's really, I mean, that's the genius of this type of job. It's I show up with a shop vac, but which I don't have my shop vac with me, but yeah, I mean, the only thing I have is my. Oh, I don't even have my hood on. Oh, yeah, I do. It's way back there, though.
Yeah, throw your hood on and tell me. So, when I show up to a job, I put my hood on.
All right. When I show up to a job, I put my hood on. This is the only tools that I need. Whoop, wait a minute. Time out. This is funny. Some people get on camera to take their clothes off. Hi, I'm Brett, wasp nest removal expert, a.k.a. the Hornet King.
That's... Aside from you just being a good on-camera personality, people see these nests and they lose their minds.
Right.
They see the wasp and they lose their minds.
It's not shock and awe, man. Nobody expects to see that kind of stuff come out of a wall. Even my clients, they have no idea that stuff's coming out. I'm telling you, there's 29 million people who have seen my channel, and I'll tell you what, man, there's something that draws them back, and it's seeing these crazy insects doing what they do every day. It's wild stuff.
All right, everyone, thank you so much for tuning in to check out this video. If you guys enjoyed this content, drop in the comments, let me know what you think. If you have any suggestions for future videos, something like to see me covered in an upcoming video, also drop in the comments to let me know. If you guys haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so, and hit that bell notification down below. That way you guys get an update anytime I do post a video. Thank you to all of you who've been donating to the channel, whether that be monetarily or by liking and sharing the videos or subscribing to the channel. I appreciate all of you and how you support me and my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to check out this video and supporting my channel, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.